Based on high-quality acrylic resins, Glazy 601 provides a sound and durable seal between the glass and the wood or metal sash. Glazy 601 is quick to install and tools to a traditional look in seconds. Glazy 601 is engineered to be paintable after only 24 hours. Sashes glazed with linseed oil putties will take weeks to fully cure before they can be painted. Another important feature of Glazy 601 is that it adheres well to metal, plexiglass, and synthetic materials such as cellular PVC. Glazy 601 is also perfect for applications with laminated glass. Unlike other adhesive materials, Glaze-Ease has no harmful solvents that could potentially damage it. ART's round tip nozzle is recommended for use when laying a bedding or back bead. The first step is to measure the width of the groove, known as the rabbet, you will be laying the bedding bead in. You must measure the depth from the edge of the sash stile to the top of the groove. The measurement here is 5/8. The next step is to cut the Glaze-Ease nozzle to the correct width, using the measurement you just found. Sand any rough edges of the nozzle left by cutting in order to prevent streaks in the Glaze-Ease. Now you are ready to lay the back bead, which provides the first half of the seal between the glass and the wood. The nozzle you cut to width will ensure a liberal amount of the glazing compound is applied, and that the Glaze-Ease will ooze from around the glass pane. This ooze indicates that you will have the best possible seal and adhesion. The most valuable function of the bedding bead, aside from helping to stabilize the glass, is to prevent condensation and moisture from entering the glass rabbet. The seal is very important because water entering the rabbet will pop any glazing compound loose very quickly. Now it is time to bed the glass. It is a good idea to dry fit the glass before applying the back bead in order to make sure that it will set properly in the rabbets. Set the glass in the window pane and press it firmly into the bedding bead, making sure you have achieved the oozing effect. Next, allow the bedding bead to cure for 24 hours at least 60 degrees. This will allow the Glaze-Ease to set up so that you may easily trim the compound which oozed out when the glass was bedded. Begin the removal by trimming the compound with a sharp razor, using the wood as a guide and being careful not to damage the glass. Once you have trimmed the Glaze-Ease, use a putty knife to scrape and peel the compound from the glass. You may continue directly from the bedding without allowing the Glaze-Ease to cure. However, it is much easier to remove the ooze using the technique shown once it is cured. Now it is time to install the glazing points. The Glaze-Ease provides the seal, while these points are what secures the glass to the wood. Next, lay the front bead over the points you just installed. You may use the same round tip you used for bedding the glass, but ART recommends our square tip nozzle specifically for front beading. The square tip allows you to lay a much cleaner front bead than can be achieved with a round tip. With the front bead laid, now it is time to give it a smooth finish. Available from ART are the 610 and 612 squeegee applicator tools. These may be used with ART's wide-angle palette knife to tool the Glaze-Ease to a smooth and attractive finish. Spraying your tool of choice with any non-stick cooking spray will prevent the Glaze-Ease from sticking, and will help the tool glide smoothly across the glazing compound. Begin finishing the front bead by placing the applicator tool at the desired angle and dragging it toward you. Scrape the excess off with a putty knife and move on to the next bead. Save the excess glazing and add it where needed using the putty knife or applicator tool. To produce a finished corner, find the inside of the corner with the applicator tool. Finish the bead up to the corner and then lift the tool up and out. Clean up any excess Glaze-Ease from the face of the window to produce a clean and finished look. A technique for deeper rabbets is to apply a liberal amount of the Glaze-Ease with the square tip. Next, using an angled putty knife, pack the putty firmly into the rabbet. At this point, you may apply a second bead to ensure there is enough compound to create a smooth bevel at the desired angle. Hold the putty knife at the desired angle and pull it toward you to finish the bead. To make tooling easier, you may front bead the left and right sides of the pane and allow them to cure, before beading the top and bottom sides. You may find it easier to produce finished corners with this method. Once you have finished all of your front beading, allow the sash to set for 24 hours at least 60 degrees. At this time, it will be ready for priming and painting. Use a putty knife to scrape and peel the compound from the glass. When painting your sash, be sure to lap the paint 1/16 of an inch past the edge of the compound and onto the glass to seal water out of the joint between the glass and the compound. Glaze-Ease will fully cure after approximately 7 days at 70 degrees.